Good evening, and welcome to Prudent Woman this evening. And it's an honor, it's a privilege to come to the comfort of your homes and standing in for our host for Prudent Woman, and that is none other but Mrs. Rhulani Baloyi. And Ma'am Rhulani, thank you so very much for giving me the honor of really fitting your boots. And I want to take this time and say welcome all my dear mothers, all prudent women. You are heartily welcome this evening on our program, Prudent Woman. And I spoke to our host, and that's Mrs. Baloyi, Mrs. Rhulani, that because of commitments over the weekend, there was a funeral of the family, and she was not going to really be able to pull all things together. But I thought it's just for me just to step in and make sure that I stand in for her. And I really appreciate the honor, and we'll say our condolences to the family. May the Lord comfort you, family, and strengthen you in these trying times. And at the very same time, I would love to take this time and welcome all the mothers, all the women this evening, and you such a blessing, our dear sisters, our dear moms. And of course, one other thing that is also so beautiful and so encouraging is that when we asked that we stand in for her, it was because there was a launch of LIMPOPO Gospel DIVAS concert that was launched today. And that is why it's my honor and a privilege tonight, so that we reflect exactly on that. You are welcome on Zoom. You are welcome on Facebook. You're welcome on Bold Moves Radio. You're welcome also on Bold Moves Radio YouTube. That's where you are at, family. And let me start maybe by giving you this treat, just to give you a glimpse of what exactly happened this morning as we're launching LIMPOPO Gospel Divas. And this is some of the things that we enjoyed ourselves with. And just go with me and just enjoy yourself.
You will agree with me that we hardly celebrate women in music. When women are celebrated, you look at albums, most of them, women are in the background as backing vocalists. But Papa said, I want us to celebrate women who are in gospel music from the province of Limpopo. Hence the name LIMPOPO Gospel Divas. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I officially unveil the lineup for the inaugural LIMPOPO Gospel Divas 2022.
Bold Moves Foundation celebrate women in style as they bring you the first annual LIMPOPO Diva concert, Saturday, the 20th of August, 11 o'clock sharp at Farm Life. Come and enjoy live performances dished out by our very own divas. Matabo, Nongi Koma, Kawelo Kekani, Nelwi, Cairo, Tusonel, Refilondo.
This is powered by Bold Moves Radio and Sampra. For more information, you can contact Silo at 081 537 3188 or Pumla at 071 087.
Family, we just want to say thank you to you all, and let us come and have a family time, worshiping the Lord and having a great time. We are saying thank you to Sampra for making sure us put this together.
Wow. This is it. And what an honor, what a privilege for us to be together tonight as we celebrate and as we launch officially.
This is Bold Moves.
You know. These jingles are showing me fireworks here, but thank you so very much. Really appreciate that we could together start this wonderful session tonight. And we're starting the session knowing that we are together to have a great time. I see my sister Nyeleti, she's with us even tonight. Thank you so very much, Nyeleti, and blessings to you. And this is Pumla. She's one of the organizers of LIMPOPO Gospel Diva 2022. And thank you, Sis Pumla. Good to be with you. And of course, if Mr. Shkwamban was here, he was going to say Man Pumla. Thank you and welcome. And I see Mama Lily Maja, Pastor Lily Maja. Thank you so very much. Family, you are welcome from all our platforms. That is Bold Moves Radio, Facebook page, YouTube, and also on radio itself, and even on Zoom. So you are welcome, and we're going to engage. And this evening, like I said, I just wanted to give you a glimpse of exactly what was happening. And you heard how we launched the concert. And many people are asking, how much is it? It's for free. Admission is free. And what is it specifically? Specifically is for us to come together. We're coming from the COVID season, and I must be honest, the COVID season has taken a lot from us. But through a concert like this, we are saying, may we come together, may we have a great time. And I also see Mr. James Shikwambana, that is our project manager on this project. And thank you, James. You're such a blessing. And he launched it for us. And we cannot appreciate you enough, sir. And thank you so very much. I see my dear brothers and sisters. And Nyeleti goes, wow, I wish I was there for the official launch this afternoon. But thank you for bringing us along online. Thank you so very much, Nyeleti. We really appreciate. And a blessed evening to you all. And Mosaic Malungan Butmusa, thank you so very much, my dear brother. Good to see you. And Sis Pauline there, thank you. Dr. Rexon, thank you so very much. And then Papa William Mabasa, thank you so very much, Papa, and blessings to you, Pastor Patron. Thank you so very much, Sis VG. Liza, thank you so very much, family. I welcome you all and I appreciate you all. And like I said, tonight we're just reflecting even on the launch. You are free to ask whatever you would love to ask. You are free to ask, and we will be able to give you some answers. But it will be okay for me to let our organizers, and it's only, I'm not seeing Mr. Sillo Rakwale, but as I see Sis Pumla, if you could say something, my dear sister, and the launch. I know you have been working tirelessly, more especially this morning, coordinating everything together online, and while you're on Zoom, and while you were very busy, and to make sure that we have a wonderful launch, and we cannot appreciate you enough. Do you have anything to say to us, my dear sister?
Thank you so much, Pastor Strike. Just to say we are very excited now that the big reveal has been done. We are now counting down to the 20th. Our divas are so excited and they are ready. And even on our side, we are getting ourselves ready because we are promising a wonderful show. Like you said, it has been a tough season. We have been locked up in our homes, but we just want to come together in the house of the Lord and worship God as we celebrate Women's Month with our divas. So we are really excited, and we really appreciate also the reception of the people as we launched today. And we know they will come out and celebrate with us. And again, we promise them a beautiful, beautiful show. I think they have seen with the launch that we are quite ready on our side. And yeah, it's going to be a lovely, lovely day. So we're counting down to the 20th now.
Very true, very true. We're counting down to the 20th. And Sis Pumla, thank you so very much. You have been so busy to make sure that we come this far. And what can you say about the cooperation of your divas? I mean, the lineup, it's like, wow, I've never seen it before, where people are organizing a concert and everybody's excited. And the people who will be performing are not coming as competitors, but they come as family, excited, ready to nail it. What can you say about the energy that is witnessed in our lineup?
The energy is amazing, Pastor Strike. I think today those who attended the launch or those who joined us online, they have gotten a glimpse of what will be happening. Our sister Rilitile and Matabo, they really launched for us very well. So the energy is really amazing. Our artists are really, really excited. And like you said, one amazing thing about it is they are not coming together as for competing with each other, but we have become such a family, coming from different backgrounds, but now we are just one big family that is looking forward to physically being together on the 20th. So from our stage manager to our project manager to yourself, Pastor Strike, as our chairperson, and to myself and Mr. Rahwale and our artists, everyone is just together in one accord, and we're just working together. The vision and the aim being to make sure that the show is amazing. I can promise you, the show is going to be amazing. No one wants to find themselves missing and not being there, because the preparations going on behind the scenes, I'm telling you, you are in for a great, great show. So the artists are very happy and they are working together, which I think that is what makes this whole project even more wonderful, that everyone is just joining hands and working together as a family.
Lovely, lovely. And let's talk a little bit about the energy of those who had an opportunity of attending the launch itself, and what the stage managers shared with us, even when it comes to the dress code, the attire. How was the reception, and what can you say about the reception of the stage manager advices on the attire for the day?
I was really privileged, Pastor Strike, to hear some of the responses from the ladies who are preparing to attend the show. Everyone is so excited. When you say to ladies, let's come dressed in all white with a touch of something colorful and our dukes on fleek, everyone is just so excited. So it's really humbling, and it even encourages us as we continue to put together this show, when we know that the people who are doing this for are actually excited and are getting themselves ready. So it's really, really humbling, and we are just so excited. I think everyone is just so excited now, especially after the big reveal, because now we know who we're going to be seeing on the day. So everyone is just excited. The ladies are excited. Even our fathers and our brothers are excited to come together and have a family day as we praise and worship our God, who has carried us through a very difficult season, which I believe was difficult for all of us. It continues to be a bit tricky and difficult, but we are just saying, as the body of Christ, irrespective of the different churches that we belong to, we just want to come together in one accord and be one body indeed. So I think the energy is all positive. The energy is up there. Everyone is excited, and we just can't wait for the day.
Lovely, lovely, Sis Pumla. One thing that I would love to say, or I'd love to ask, is about, you said something about the churches coming together. What is your word? Do you invite churches? Are we talking worship groups? We're talking families? Is it open for the body of Christ in our city and beyond?
Yes, the show is open for everyone. Like we are saying, the aim is to have a family day, a family being the body of Christ. So we are inviting churches, we are inviting especially worship team leaders and worshipers in general. We want them to be there. Yes, we are celebrating women, but we are not limiting it to women only. We want everyone to be there. And like Mr. Shkwambani briefly said, that it's also going to be an opportunity for those who are upcoming artists, because we'll be having guests there. I'm not sure if I'll be going ahead of myself, when I mentioned that we'll be having the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture there, we'll be having a representation from SAMPRA. So it will also be a great opportunity for those who are in the music industry, whether upcoming or already established, to get to know more how they can grow as individuals, as artists. So we really want the body of Christ in its entirety to come together. We are not looking at our belongings as for I belong to this church and you belong to that. We just want to be one body of Christ on that day. And obviously, it's going to be a beginning of a relationship. I know from the artist side, already relationships are being built, that we have become a family. We want to work together even beyond the 20th of August. So that is our aim, actually, as Bold Moves Foundation, that we want to see the body of Christ coming together. This is just the beginning. That's why Mr. Shkwambani said it's an inaugural show. It's just the beginning of many more that will be coming. More artists will be joining the ship as we move along every year. So we are opening the invitation to everyone. And that is why we're being so generous. And we say, you want to come? It is at no cost. The doors are open for everyone. Whether you love music or not, if you don't love it as yet, you will love it on the day. So the invitation is open to everyone. That is why we are also pleading with those who have received our flyer already. Spread it everywhere. Send to all your contacts, on your socials, everywhere. We are inviting everyone to come together in the name of praise and worship.
Wow. This is, when we say it's unbelievable, when something's too good to be true, but this is too good and it's true. And, I still have a few questions for you. I wish Mr. Shkwambani had joined us also on Zoom, and I wish our stage manager, Sister Ropiwa, also had joined us on Zoom I can see that you are the organizer. You have everything on your fingertips, and we appreciate that. And I see Pastor Joelyn saying we are ready for the 20th August LIMPOPO Gospel Diva Concert. Yeah, that's the first diva of the house, and it's gonna be happening. I loved when Mr. Shkwambani was explaining where the word diva comes from, looking at the opera musicians, and the people that are performing in music. And many a time it has been used even wrongly or looked at wrongly. And I see Mandla Nwamabunda of Masana Dietitians Group saying it's just looking forward to LIMPOPO Gospel Divas Concert. #Sampra. Thank you so very much. And Rosemary Machele, the launch was on another level. Can't wait to the big day. True. And then I see Mama Onika says, can't wait for the 20th. And I see Sharon Chichingoben saying, good evening. It's a countdown indeed. Doris says, we are ready, can't wait for the day. Wow, people are excited. And then Mukhadi Tima, countdown has begun, and that's powerful. I see Dr. Rexon, and it's good. Let me hear from Dr. Rexon, because you see, some people think as we celebrate Women's Month, then it means men are not invited. No. It's a family day while we're celebrating Women's Month. And then Dr. Rexon says, guess what? Your heart needs a little bit of laughter and fun. You have been stressing and a bit down because of life events. Use a little of the healing that music is known to bring to life. Let us meet at the LIMPOPO Gospel Divas, 20th August 2022. See you there. Thank you, Doc. We're meeting there. We are surely coming. And Dr. Tsakim saying, we are ready. Thank you so very much. Thank you, family. This is wonderful. Nyeleti goes on. Ladies, all white with a touch of color, be it a duke or some beads. Let's fix our outfit for an amazing day. Praise and worship. Beautiful. people are excited, and we have reasons to be excited. We have reasons to be excited. I see Pastor Fanel. Yeah, I love to see guys only, because people sometimes do not understand that, hey, this is a family day. Pastor Fanel was saying that we are joining the women on this day. Yes, we sure doing. And Bud James says, I am with you on Zoom. Thank you, Bud James. If you are with us on Zoom, I would love to take this time and bring you in. Thank you so very much. And ladies and gentlemen, lovely. Let me take Bud James on Zoom now. And Sis Pumla, you can rest. Man Pumla, you can rest a bit.
Thank you, Pastor Strike.
But thank you so very much. With James, thank you so very much, our project manager. What can you say after such a spectacular launch of the LIMPOPO Gospel Divas concert?
Good evening, Papa, and good evening to all our viewers and listeners, the entire project team, to all our divas. This is amazing. And we thank you, Papa, for your visionary leadership, the message that you preached today about our promised land. I was sitting there just before the launch and thought, wow, this message is tied to what we're just about to witness. So this is you, Papa, showing the way, leading us, saying, your promised land, it's about empowering people. You can see the excitement that our divas have. I remember when we sat down to brainstorm the name of this concert, and when we finally agreed that it has to be LIMPOPO Gospel Divas, you said you are looking for something that is meant to celebrate women of Limpopo, something to celebrate the women of Mana, something to celebrate the women of South Africa. But how do we do that? We do it through music. But how do we do it through music? We celebrate women in gospel music. As Manpumla has rightfully said, on that day, we'll also have our sponsor, Sampra, who will be talking to these divas, up-and-coming musicians, about the opportunities that they have, about how to become a Sampra member, which will be very beneficial to the musicians. I'm excited. I'm just urging everyone who's listening, everyone who's watching on Facebook, to say, bring your families, bring your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everybody about this concert. I know what your dream, Papa, is about this whole LIMPOPO Gospel Divas concert. You said to us, in the next 3 to 5 years, you want to see this concert big. Next time, we're not going to do it indoor because the place will be so packed. And we also appreciate all our divas. It's very difficult for something that is just starting, for people to believe in something that they have never seen. But, we appreciate the way our divas have been cooperating with us. It's not easy. It's been very difficult, particularly because of the COVID pandemic that have ravaged the globe in the past 2 years. But we really appreciate our divas who said, we want to be part of this inaugural event. And as it grows, they will grow with it.
Yes. And on that note, but James, you explained it so beautiful what diva is, because most especially when we say gospel divas, and some people associate diva not really much with what it really means. What can you share with our viewers and listeners about the significance of the name LIMPOPO Gospel Divas concert?
Yeah, what a powerful name. I remember, Papa, when we were brainstorming, we were thinking, because sometimes diva is associated with wayward behavior. Diva tendencies, but that is not the one, A diva is a Spanish word meaning a female opera singer. And then it also expands it to say a diva is a female musician who sings popular music. So we know how popular gospel music is. And we also said earlier that your dream is to see women in music in general being celebrated, because we hardly celebrate our female gospel musicians. Most of the time, they will be on the background as big backing singers, but here you are presenting an opportunity for them to shine, an opportunity for them to be seen. So they are divas, not diva tendencies, but they are our Limpopo gospel divas.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, James, that's awesome, and thanks so very much for also redeeming that name. I see. I think it's Pastor Lily who says, look, we're redeeming this word for the daughters of the kingdom, and that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And one thing that is also so exciting, like I said when I spoke to Sis Pumla, that I've never seen it that much where you find a musical concert is put together and people come together, even the people who will be performing coming together, and they are so excited and they are promoting it and they are loving it. You've heard when we did the launch that almost every musician or every diva was making sure that they say, hey, meet you there. Can't wait to be on stage and you enjoy my live performance. What exactly does this mean to a project like this?
It's pride, Papa. It's ownership. It's people embracing this concert. When we started planning for it, just from coming with the lineup, you will recall. And Manpumla and our brother Mr. Rakwale will recall that they were the ones who were busy with the musicians when we're putting together packaging this whole concept. It was not easy, but going back to these musicians to say, now we are at the implementation stage, but there are certain things that need to be changed, and they cooperated. That shows that people have really, our divas have really embraced it.
Yes.
Our divas have taken ownership. And when we launched, I said already, even before the main event happens, just before the launch, you could see the excitement. I remember some of our divas were saying, hey, we can't wait. We feel like we can start posting now, way before the launch. It really shows that they have embraced it. It really shows that they have taken ownership. I said earlier when we were launching that it has the gravitas. But for us to continue to have the gravitas that it deserves, it requires all of us to take ownership. And I'm glad that the people that are going to perform on that particular day, our divas, are the ones that are leading the way in saying, we own this concert. This concert is ours. And then it will spill over to all of us.
Somebody was even saying this is the first of its kind, and I'm looking at other provinces learning from us, and I said that would be good, but let's talk about provincial pride, James. Limpopo is known, you talk choral music, we have got great composers and writers of choral music, and great conductors came from this province. We're now having the likes of Dr. Musa, who's coming this month in Joburg Theatre, with the opera group, and you name it. We've got our Tsakani Maswanganyi, who's also abroad from the province. We've got all great composers like the legendary Tatana Mtota Leslie Nkuna and the late Dr. S.J. Kosa. You name them. And what can you say about provincial pride? And how do we emerge? We're talking even most of the great musicians who are shaking South Africa and even maybe known to be Joe Beggars, but who are Limpompians. What can you say about a provincial pride that we should maybe build or revive or resuscitate so that there's a time where people gravitate toward the province and say, I'm not going to miss what is happening in Limpopo?
Baba, that's a very crucial question, because as we talk about the uniqueness of Limpopo gospel divas, we've got so many music concepts that are taking place in the province, but they are never about the province. I don't want to mention names, but we've got big music concepts that take place in this province. We have seen, Pastor, in the past, and even this year, it happened in one of the events organized by government, where you hear musicians marching, some of them even attempting court orders to say, no, you can't call this thing a Limpopo music, whatever. But then you call musicians from other provinces. And when you look at the lineup, you will just have a handful, 2 or 3 musicians that are coming from the province. But this thing comes in the name of Limpopo. So when you look at all the giants that you have mentioned here, we've got a lot of musicians that come from this province. We've got a lot of divas actually who come from this province, trailblazers who come from this province. But because opportunities are limited, all of them, they go to Gauteng. So you see a serious exodus of our musicians who go to Gauteng because there are no opportunities. So this is the only, and I'm saying this without any fear of contradiction, this is the only music concept that only embraces people from the province. When you say Limpopo Gospel Divas, it's not a fluke, it's about Limpopo. It's about the pride of Limpopo. So I'm just saying, I'm glad that you are also extending the invitation, to government, the relevant departments, like your Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, municipalities, to say, come and see the talent that we have in the province. And from there, I hope, I pray and believe that they will begin to realize how rich we are, how talented we are as a province of Limpopo.
Very powerful, but James, because honestly, we really need to fly the flag of the province very high. We have had great people. While you're talking, I was thinking of the legendary Kefa Seminya, and you look at all these great musicians, Revolution, you look at all these guys who are shaking the nation musically, your Sly Slaughter, and all of them, Hele. But like you said, sometimes there is no much confidence in ourselves or creating of the platform, because I believe it's all about creating the platform. Many a time we'll say we want national artists or well-known artists, but how can one become a national artist, or how can one be known unless we create a platform for them, unless we announce them? And I'm so excited that a project like this is to announce our own gospel artists, and specifically looking at women. We're saying we're celebrating Women's Month, and it's good to celebrate it and have women do their thing, and enjoy themselves, and we enjoy as families. So honestly, I am excited to hear about this, and I'm excited about the concept itself. And but James, this concept, like you said, it's not going to be a once-off concert, but is an annual project. So we're looking forward to Limpopo Gospel Divas 2023 concert going on and on and on like that. But one thing that you said which touches me, and I would love for you to maybe elaborate on that, is the opportunity that is it's given in the process, or offered in the process, the opportunity to learn and to get to understand the dynamics of the industry, like some coming in and doing workshops and helping artists and musicians to be able to register their works with the relevant authorities, even for future benefits and the like. What can you say about that? Because most of our musicians, they have talent, they sing, they do all these things, but it's like there's not much knowledge on how to begin to, make it official. You know, you just hear people say, she stole my song, he stole my song, and things like that. What do you say about the importance of the information that comes with this particular concert?
Thank you, Papa. Because of the industry that I've been involved in for the past 25 years or so, I interact a lot with these royalties collecting societies like SAMPRA. You know, sometimes it pains me, Papa, when you receive messages from SAMPRA, for example, giving you a list of musicians who do not register their work, or sometimes who register their work, but they don't claim their royalties. So this presents an opportunity for musicians to understand how you need to record your work and how to claim royalties. Something that is in the public domain. You will recall during my time with the public broadcaster, we honored the late Dr. M.D. Sherinda.
Yes.
We honored the General M.D. Sherinda. And you remember, Papa, that he had a very popular song called Mthavini Katamina. And that song was covered by Paul Simon. And Paul Simon named it I Know What I Know. You know, with that very same sound, but singing it in English. And after that event where we honored him, I received a call from SAMPRA, who were connected by a collecting society from the United States, saying we've been looking for that man because we have his royalties lying in the United States. So this will present an opportunity for them to understand that if your music is also played outside the country, how do you then come back to claim? Because what SAMPRA does, they administer what we call needle time rights. So needle time recognizes every member who is involved in a song. If you were there, if there's a song that was recorded and is registered, and you were a backing singer, you are entitled to claim royalties. If you played drums, you played the guitar, if you can prove that you were involved, as long as that work is registered, you are entitled to claim your royalties. So I want to call upon all up and coming musicians that this is a big opportunity for them. On the 20th, let them come there to learn more about what's happening in the music industry, because this is a very, very cruel industry. Music industry is very cruel. The likes of our own Dr. Thomas Chauke, they will tell you how, their first few albums, they never appeared. You play the music, you sing, but you have someone else coming and say they are the producer, and you lose on royalties. But when SAMPRA was registered, it was to deal with that.
Okay.
So this is a big opportunity for our musicians. Let them come in numbers. Let them understand how to register. Let them I work for MSG Africa Broadcasting. A station like Capricorn FM, it's a 70% music radio station. So as you can imagine, we play a lot of music there.
Yes.
Every song that we play, we pay for it. So we can play your song 100 times per day. But if that work is not registered, that's zero. It means nothing to you. You will be popular. But that's but you will get nothing out of that because your work is not registered. So if they come on that particular day on the 20th, SAMPRA will be giving them all this information, how to register, how to claim, and all of that.
So it's a package. It's not only enjoying and worshiping together, but at the very same time, it's an opportunity to learn and to be empowered, which I think is very, very much important, but James. And I'm happy that you shared this, because many a time with our musicians, sometimes they sing all their lives. By the time they pass on, they have got nothing. And I want to believe one of the reasons for that is because their work was just, you are on stage until you drop, not realizing that the work that you have done while you were still strong should continue working for you, should continue paying you. And I think this is powerful, and just appreciate that. And I think our divas are blessed. And I think, but James, on that note, what can you say to upcoming musicians, even in churches, worshipers, even in churches? Because we believe that even as a worshiper, you can be a recorded artist and you can register your music. What would you love to say to our brothers and sisters in different churches? Because this is the Limpopo Gospel Diva concert. It's not Manna Tabernacle. It's not hosted by Manna Tabernacle. It's hosted by Bold Moves Foundation, and it is powered by Bold Moves Radio and Sampra. So it's not a church thing or a Manna Tabernacle church thing, but it's the church, which is the body of Christ. What can you say to all our brothers and sisters, and even to our pastors, when it comes to knowing and understanding the dynamics that would really position their sons and daughters in a way that something will really come back to their lives?
Patience is also important, Papa. And it's very important for people to be patient. It's very important for people to involve others in assisting them, what we call quality assurance. You will recall that when we started the Songa Music Awards concept, there was a time that I spoke very strongly about gospel music.
Yes.
I said, this is the only category that gives us very poor quality.
Yes.
Because gospel music, in most cases, people don't respect this genre. They believe that as long as I have a keyboard, I can just lock myself in a room, play my keyboard, and sing. The voice, the instruments, So what I can say to the churches, what I can say to the pastors as well, we need to, in a very nice way, give our musicians feedback about their music, because sometimes I know as pastors, sometimes it's very difficult to tell your children that I know no here as some second class. But it's very important to also consult with the people that have been in the industry, get good engineers, listen to them, allow them to listen to your music and give you that feedback. But at the same time, it's also important for these up and coming musicians. Don't be big-headed.
Oh yes.
Don't be big-headed. Listen to other people as they assist you. Because when you look at the church, pastor, and looking at the gospel music in general, you can think about your big stars globally. Most of them, 99.9% of them, started singing at their churches. You can think about your Whitney Houston, think about your Aretha Franklin, think about here at home, about Bamani Von Chaka Chaka, your Rebecca Malupe. All of them, they started church. But sometimes, we don't correct, but we rebuke. Once you rebuke them, then they run away. So this is the message that I'm giving to the church leaders, to say, let us give them feedback in a positive way. And to the up and coming, please listen to this feedback because it will assist them.
the next thing they may just, I think, but James, it's important for you to also put together some workshops in the process for Limpopo Gospel Divas and for everybody who comes to the platform. Because what I've learned is sometimes, like you talk of, people must be humble, must be teachable. Some of the people, when they grow and grow big, people love them, people appreciate them, but they don't understand how to manage being a public person or a celebrity, and they just drop themselves to nothing. I think that is also an area of entrepreneurship, which I know you are good at, which through Limpopo Gospel Divas, you should be able to empower our musicians. What do you think, but James?
That's a great idea, and I am in full support of that, Papa. I think what we need to do going forward, we need to package it that way, before a few days before the actual event, we package these workshops. We also invite musicians who have been in the business to talk about their success stories, to talk about where they went wrong and how they recovered from there, so that our up-and-coming musicians do not do what our legends did. It's a good idea, which I support, and we have to do that for them to take. Remember when we packaged Limpopo Gospel Divas Music Concert, that's what we said to Sambra as well, to say we also want to position these to make our musicians understand the business side of music. That it's not only about entertainment, it's not only about praise and worship, but there's also a business element in it. So it's very important for them to understand how this thing should go as a business. We have seen a quite number of musicians who become, like you have rightfully said, they become famous, and now the other problem, the social media as well, because you put a picture on social media, you get 1 million reactions, and you believe that I have arrived. But as time goes on, without the good guidance, you will realize that no, actually, I've been lying to myself. So such workshops are very important, where we talk to them about the business as well. Business also talks about how to take care of your money, because in the process of singing, you get booked. You are not booked for free. But how do you then take care of the fans? How do you then treat your audience in live performances when you meet these people on the streets? Sometimes you get criticized on social media. How do you react to that? Next time when we package it, we will package it that way, that few days before we have that workshop where we look into the business side of music.
That will be beautiful. That will be very much beautiful, because it is very, very much important. And I would love to say to our viewers, our listeners, thank you so very much. We still together. You listening to Bold Moves Radio. You're watching us on Bold Moves Radio YouTube and Facebook page. And we are excited. Some of our brothers and sisters are with us right here on Zoom. And thank you for your reactions. And if you have a question that you would love to ask, you are free to do so. It's just about 9 minutes to 7 o'clock where we're closing our show. But allow me to take this short break and then we continue.
Bold Moves Foundation celebrate women in style as they bring you the first annual Limpopo Diva concert, Saturday, the 20th of August, 11 o'clock sharp at Farm Life. Come and enjoy live performances dished out by our very own divas. Matabo, Nunkikoma, Kawelo Pekana, Newi, Cairo, Tusonel, Refilondo, Shibu Bulomo, and many more. Powered by Bold Moves Radio and Sunpro.
Bold Moves Radio. Streaming 24/7. Boldly breaking barriers and limitation.
You're listening to Bold Moves Radio, boldly breaking barriers and limitations, lifting the flag of hope for an African child. And that's exactly what we are doing in this platform. And before I let James go, but James, what is it that you would love to say? Oh, What is it that you would love to share with us, which we have not even asked, but you deem it very important as we round up our show tonight and looking at counting down to the 20th. You know, I remember the divas, our musicians, they were saying, hey, you know, post, you know, I cannot wait until I post. So now the 20th, you know, is coming, and the 20th is like, it's delaying. But what would you love to say to our audiences, to our sisters who are the musicians that are going to be singing on that day and blessing the Lord, worshiping the Lord with us, and to the audiences that will be coming?
What I can say, Papa, I think we have covered almost everything. My message is to go back to our divas, to start with our divas. Once again, we appreciate that they agreed to be part of something that is being done for the very first time. And I would like to say to them, please give it your all. This is an opportunity for you, like you said to them, that because this is the inaugural event, they must know that they are guaranteed that going forward, they will always be part of this. You know, I once watched a documentary of Bob Marley, where he said when they went to America for the first time from the Caribbean islands, they were not known, and they were trying to sell tickets, and those tickets did not sell until they agreed with a particular radio station that because we are here, we'll just come to the studio and play for free, because no single ticket was bought for that concert. And when they returned home, they became famous. And when they were called back to America, they packed the stadium, and the price of the ticket had doubled. So I'm saying to our divas, this is a big opportunity. Like we said, everything that is going to be presented by the likes of your Sampra, government will be there as well. This presents a big opportunity for you to sell yourself. This is a platform that Bold Moves Foundation has created for you to be seen by the world. And going to everyone who's listening, everyone who's going to be part of this, we once again say to you, this is a family event. We are creating a friendly family environment where it's safe to bring your children, where it's safe to even bring your food, because you are going to enjoy from 11:30 until late. That is my message to everyone, Papa.
Thank you so very much, but James. We really, really appreciate. We really do. You know, the Bob Marley story, I'm telling you, it's really inspiring. So sometimes one thinks, they are paying me peanuts, because, you know, the notion or the thinking to many is that these people must be having a lot of money. Running such a big concert without anybody paying. The history is that we have done quite a lot of work, social cohesion projects, and it's not in us to sell tickets, but it is not cheap. It is really draining us. But we are excited that it is touching people, that is taking people somewhere. And thank you so very much, James, for sharing with us such valuable information about this concert. And I would love now to go to my sister, Pumla. Thank you so very much. You have been running up and down together with our brother Silo. And I would love for you, Sissy, to come back and let us look at rounding up our show tonight. And we're looking here at, but James just said a little bit about it, about the inaugural team, that they are assured a gig every year this concert takes place. What can you say around that, and how possible is that, Sis Pumla?
Yes, it's true, Pastor Strike. This team that will be ministering this year, so they have now become our in-house artists. So they know come this time next year, they will be part of this. That is why I'm also encouraging all of us to get ready to be there on the 20th, to be part of this history that is being made. This is something that is, you can already see, we are starting on a very high level. It is going to grow and become even bigger and bigger. But I think it would be nice if you know you have been part of the beginning of it. And I think this is how also our artists have embraced this. You know, they believed in us when we did not really have much to show. So I think we are promised a great time, and it really is history that is being made, because we are beginning something that we know already is going to become very, very big. So yeah, I cannot say it enough. Let us get ready. Ladies, let us get ready to come together and celebrate ourselves. We know that this is first about us before we even extend the invitation to our fathers and our brothers and everyone. So this is an opportunity for us ladies to come together, celebrate ourselves for our womanhood, and also have a great time together. So I can promise you, our artists are very excited. The divas are so ready. They are preparing themselves, and they are going to deliver nothing but the best. So yeah, we just continue to be excited.
Lovely, lovely. And in a minute, Sis Phumla, let's talk about the surprise which the stage manager said, the cherry on top, looking at coming out with Miss LIMPOPO Gospel Divas, and then the two princesses. What can you share with us around that briefly?
Oh yes, that is really the cherry on top. So our divas are not just going to be ministering. I don't want to give out too much, but there's a way that we'll be assessing and crowning our diva for 2022. So I want our viewers to be excited for that as well. I don't think there's many shows that we've been to that ended with the crowning of someone. So this is what we are doing as Bold Moves Foundation. We'll be crowning the LIMPOPO Gospel Diva of the year 2022. And also our two princesses, who in a nutshell will just become the ambassadors of this project. Like we have been saying, this is an annual project. So they will be our ambassadors as we begin this year. But it's going to be exciting. You'll see even though you know the venue on that day, you will not really be in a venue that you know. We are working very hard to make sure that the experience is going to be something that you will never forget. So yeah, there will be crownings, there will be prizes that will be there. So let us all come ready and be part of this.
Wow. Beautiful. Sis Phumla, thank you so very much. Like I said, you know, this project is in your fingertips. I can ask this and that. You and Boot James, you guys are just spot on, because you have been working tirelessly day and night and making sure you're putting together this great project, which I know we all are going to enjoy. And thank you so very much. And ladies and gentlemen, without any waste of time, I thought at least my host of LIMPOPO, of Prudent Woman, I thought I will see her, but I understand it's hectic, it's busy. But thank you so very much, Rhulani, for borrowing us your platform. And I just want to take this time and say, hey, food will be sold. There will be snacks. There will be all sorts of things that will be sold. So you just come ready, and then with some bucks in your pocket, and then we are going to have a great and an awesome time. I just want to say to you all, family, thank you so very much. But James, I cannot appreciate you enough. And then I would love to say also to Sis Phumla, I cannot appreciate you enough, my dear sister. And to my brother Sil, thank you so very much. You guys have been running up and down. And of course, our senior pastor, Pastor Joylene, you know, she's an executive producer when we do these projects. And we just appreciate you, woman of God. And thank you so very much. And to all our divas, all our artists, we thank you. We appreciate you so dearly. You are amazing, and we appreciate you. We trust that you are ready. You are ready to do wonders, and bless you. We're praying for you, and we're praying for the day that all be well. And I know that it's going to be fun. We're going to have a great and an awesome time. From me, Pastor Strike, this evening as your guest host on Prudent Woman, I want to say thank you so very much, and blessings to you all until we meet. In fact, the countdown has begun. Let's continue. And I'm saying let's post it in our socials, and let us also share with family, with friends, with colleagues, and let us come. And it's not a scam. It's not a scam. True. The admission is free, and just come with money to buy food and enjoy yourself. And it's going to be lit. Since Pumla said something about the venue. The venue will be a diva type of a venue. Man, you will not want to go out without taking a photo. That is how the venue is going to be. It's going to be beautiful as we celebrate Women's Month in style. LIMPOPO Gospel Divas. And beloved, I want you to know that this concert will really blow your mind and you will enjoy it. As for me, Pastor Strike, allow me to sign off today and say thank you so very much. A blessed week ahead. And those of you who we are together on the morning devotion, please come. Let us have a great time. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bold Moves Foundation celebrate women in style as they bring you the first annual LIMPOPO Diva concert Saturday, the 20th of August, 11 o'clock sharp at Farm Life. Come and enjoy live performances dished out by our very own divas. Matabo, Nunkikoma, Kawelo Kekan, Newi, Cairo, Tusonel, Refilondo, Shibubulomo, and many more. Powered by Bold Moves Radio and Sunpro.
Bold Moves Radio. Streaming 24/7. 24/7.
Stay Africa, stay Africa, stay Africa.
Boldly breaking barriers.